I swear to God, divorce is so fun that I almost want to get married again, just so I can get divorced again.
In 1965, Cosmopolitan magazine, under editor-in-chief Helen Gurley Brown, embraced a bold new philosophy.
The Cosmo girl was an independent lady who was a career woman who didn't have children. It was hard work and sex without the kids will set you free. That was her philosophy. Because that had set her free. She thought.
This philosophy, which many women believe sets them free, is still heavily promoted today, even more than it was in the late 60s. Fast forward to today, and we have Ali Wong. Her new Netflix special, Single Lady, is a perfect example of how this philosophy, centered on sexual and career independence and adventure, is still being sold to women. Ali Wong's show embodies all the strategies Cosmopolitan used to get women to buy into the feminist narrative.
How do you sell beautiful clothes, makeup, singles travel, abortions, contraception, all these things that the sexual revolution sells? You sell it by selling the Cosmo lifestyle. And once a woman gets that attitude in her mind that this is the way I want to live if I'm going to be free and successful and happy, then she'll just naturally think she has to have all those other things. And of course she's going to have an abortion if she's going to live that Cosmo lifestyle, which is hard work and sex without the kids will set you free.
If women need to be sold this lifestyle, then Ali Wong is certainly an agent. But because this lifestyle doesn't prioritize stability or long-term fulfillment, it leads to confusion and instability in modern dating, i.e. chaos. Ali Wong personifies this mindset, promoting a narrative that appears empowering, but in reality contributes to the chaos in today's relationships. In this video, we'll explore how Ali Wong champions sexual and career independence as the key to freedom and happiness, and why this makes her the ultimate agent of chaos in modern dating. Disclaimer, Patreon gang salute! You'll get the full, unfiltered version of this video, as we can't play the audio due to copyright restrictions. The YouTube version is gonna be a bit chopped up to avoid claims, but we'll still provide commentary and highlights throughout. Let's get into it. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do. Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
So while I was very focused on getting deep down, looking forward to falling in love. I love falling in love. I believe it's the best feeling in the world. I love that beginning magical period where you only see the positive qualities in somebody else. I like wondering, oh my God, does this person like me as much as I like them, right? When they enter you for the first time, look, that's just like...
You see, this is what I call Disney princess syndrome. From a young age, girls are told they are princesses, and one day Prince Charming will appear on a white horse, sweep them off their feet, and they will live happily ever after. The protagonists, the agents of these stories, are characters like Cinderella, Belle, and Snow White. This fairy tale concept is easy for young girls to grasp, but as these girls grow up, the fairy tale doesn't go away. It just evolves to fit their current lifestyle and realities. The story becomes more adult with relatable princesses, protagonists, or agents to keep selling the dream. This strategy was and still is heavily used by Cosmopolitan. Check this out.
And you write in your book, Subverted, quote, "Once on staff at Cosmo, I soon learned my J-school instincts had been correct. Many of the alleged real people we wrote about in the magazine were entirely fictitious." You were telling me Cosmo would print articles about women that were completely made up.
And in Cosmo, a lot of those articles and a lot of those experts that we had in the articles were real, okay? But The ones that were sex revolution articles, we made up these happy women who were out, you know, going all over the country, having sex wherever they wanted to and having a wonderful time. So when you make up one of these stories, put these women in other places like Cleveland and Des Moines, I'm elaborating here, Cleveland and Des Moines and places where this supposed sexual revolution that hasn't happened yet, and make it sound like it's much more widespread than it is.
Now enter Ali Wong, an agent of the same fairy tale, but updated for the modern 40-plus-year-old woman. Ali Wong pushes the idea that it's the golden age for a woman to get a divorce, be unapologetically promiscuous, and still expect to find high-quality men.
It's wild because, you know, I'm 42. I've never f***ed a 6-year-old man before. I really do believe that for a woman, 40 is the golden age to get divorced. It is perfect. The age range of who I could date is huge. I could go as low as 25, and then I could go as high as 55. And I know that it can be really intimidating to get back out there as a 40-year-old mom. Who's gonna want this geriatric uterus? These breastfed National Geographic titties? As long as you're a kind 6, real men don't give a fuck, okay? Real men know that real sexiness is on the inside.
As you can see, Ali Wong makes it sound better than it really is. That's the power of the fairy tale. It's a fantasy, not reality. That's why it's essential for Wong to push the idea that real men don't care about looks and beauty is on the inside. This is a hallmark of the body positivity movement, which shames men's preferences, cancels men's voices, and completely ignores biology. The reality? The wall is undefeated. Even though Asian women like Wong tend to age gracefully, the wall has already knocked most 40-year-old women out of Prince Charming's and Chad's and Tyrone's league. And these are the men women like Ali Wong are selling to other women. Look at shows like Sex Life. There are no average-looking people in that series. It's all fantasy. We recently reviewed the classic movie Pretty Woman, where a prostitute ends up with Prince Charming. Women love that movie. Why? Because it pushes the same idea that Ali Wong is selling. That real men know sexiness is on the inside. But Ali Wong also learned a harsh truth about dealing with a Chad. Check this out.
I did fall in love once since my divorce. I fell in love very hard. Oh my God, he was so stunning. I had to go and talk to him. He was 6'8". And a bunch of my friends knew who he was. They were like, oh my God, Ali, that dude is the shit. We fell in love head over heels so fast. And then all of a sudden, one day, he broke up with me. And I was totally blindsided. I still don't know why he did it, and I was devastated.
It's interesting that Ali Wong uses the word blindsided to describe her ignorance of Japanese Chad breaking up with her, while she explains in her stand-up why she breaks up with guys after 3 weeks. Check this out.
I kept on breaking up with dudes after 3 weeks. That's when they start to relax. That's when they stop initiating, going down on you. I don't actually say you're fired, okay? I just feel like it's time for me to really focus on my work and my family and blah, 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 blah.
The irony here is pure gold. It's almost too perfect. Ali Wong says she was blindsided when Japanese Chad dumped her, yet she casually explains in her stand-up how she's quick to dump men after 3 weeks for something as small as not getting flowers. Funny how that works. This is a classic example of the one-way street the fairy tale really is. Think about it. The princesses don't do anything. They're just there in their shiny dresses. And Sleeping Beauty takes it to a whole new level. She literally sleeps through the whole thing, waiting for Prince Charming to do all the work. Now, if only real life worked like that, right? Like I've said many times on this channel, most women are boring. And for men who have an abundance of access to women, it's easier to let these women go. Just like the average woman does, as Ali Wong explained, dumping men after 3 weeks. With all due respect to Ali Wong, men don't care that she's a millionaire, an Emmy winner, or famous. In the dating world, a 25-year-old waitress can be more attractive simply because of her youth. So why would Japanese Chad commit to Ali Wong when he doesn't need to marry her to sleep with her? He got what he wanted, and as a Chad, he has access to younger, prettier women. Ali's blindsided moment is really just another example of the one-way street of the fairy tale. And that's why we have an abundance of women complaining about Chad and Tyrone. Check this out.
All I want is for a guy to actually want to, you know, take the effort to ask me out on a date and meet me in person and get to know me, and we date for a while, and then we get married, and then let's involve less clothing. Does that not exist?
I have a good job, I have a good career, I'm a kind, loving person, I'm a good friend, I buy shit for myself. I moved to LA 11 years ago, and I have not asked anyone for a single thing in my life. I work for everything that I have, and I'm failing at relationships. I really don't know what's wrong with me. Why am I so scary?
I'm in the stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies and find love, and I had another talking phase yet again fall through, and my friend was like, you know, you'll meet the one day, don't give up. But now I'm at a point where I hope I don't, because what happens if I meet him and he wants kids and I'm too old to not be able to give him any?
This is the harsh reality women wake up to when it's too late. It's all fun and games until it isn't. The media won't tell this side of the story, that women in their 40s are often the most depressed, burned out, and lonely. Promiscuity has never cured loneliness, but here we are with Ali Wong's Netflix special promoting it like it's the key to happiness. So when do women actually win? What's the prize for embracing this fantasy of sexual career independence and adventure?
Even though that dude really broke my heart, not for 1 second did I ever regret getting divorced. But at least I was single and free to go on another adventure to fill it, right? Yeah, and that freedom, it feels so good. And I know also that, you know, divorce gets a really bad reputation and it can sound really scary. I'm best friends with my ex-husband. And if you can take away anything from what you've heard tonight, look how much fun I'm having. I swear to God, divorce is so fun that I almost want to get married again just so I can get divorced again.
So basically, what this all boils down to is women wanting to have their cake and eat it too. That's their version of victory. She can get married if she wants, but she can also divorce if she feels like it. She can sleep with whoever she wants, rack up a body count higher than the predator, and somehow it doesn't devalue her. She still deserves a high quality man. She can be fat, 40 plus years old, unattractive, have multiple kids with different fathers, and society will tell her she's still entitled to a man's desire. Speaking of kids, Ali Wong is still seen as a great role model for her children, right? Because after all, girls just want to have fun. But let's ask the real question. Was divorce fun for her ex-husband? Is divorce fun for men in general? Does anyone care about how men feel in all of this? This is the core problem with women like Ali Wong and the feminist narrative. It's all about women having their cake and eating it too. The same old sales pitch that women can have it all. But the reality? It's failed. Women are more miserable than ever, burned out, depressed, and lonely. Sure, Ali Wong might be the exception, but she is not the rule. She's 42, and while she's been lucky and the wall's been kind to her so far, the wall is still undefeated. Menopause is around the corner. Most women won't be millionaires, they won't have Netflix specials, and they definitely aren't going to marry Prince Charming or a high-status, high-earning man. This fantasy mindset is unrealistic, and it's keeping women single and lonely. Ali Wong is the last person women should look to as a role model. She's an agent of chaos, the perfect example of why modern dating is broken and why men are just plain tired. Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.